Welcome back. You're still with us on Startup Street. From navigating a high-profile crisis to launching a bold new chapter, Bollywood actor Rhea Chakraborty and her brother Showik Chakraborty have turned personal trials into a powerful fashion statement with Chapter 2 Drip. With a flagship store launched in Mumbai just 10 months after their online debut in August 2024 and strategic funding from retail giants Ashni and Kishore Biani, they're redefining what it means to rise above. My colleague Zenia Baria caught up with the sibling duo to dive into their journey. Take a look.
Chapter 2 is about rewriting your story. It's your canvas. Today it's valued at about 38 to 40 crore rupees. Can you tell us about what was the moment of doubt that turned into the spark of you building this brand, and how is it redefining others to rewrite their story?
So, when we went through the tragedy that we went through,
Right.
we kind of both lost our careers. I stopped getting any acting work, and Showik had got 96 percentile in CAT. And he was going to a very big, prestigious MBA college, but that's the same time that he got arrested. And so when he came back out, the first trimester was already lost, and so was his MBA career and his future planning. We realized that we wanted to create something that gives people a voice, makes people feel seen, makes people feel heard.
Okay.
And that's when we thought about what could that product be.
Yeah, and I think it's done really well from an online store. It's now moved to an offline in less than 10 months. August 2024 was when you guys started.
Yes.
What's the leap of faith you all took in starting the store?
I did not even have the guts to open a store, because when you open a store, your overheads increase naturally, right?
Right.
And Bandra Linking Road, the rents are like ridiculously high.
Soaring.
And I was like, listen, we're doing well online. Let's just stay online.
Right.
Life is easier. But he went and found the place, and then he's like, send me the video, and then he's like, come and see it. You have to see it. We need to open a store, because we also are trying to build a community. So if the community does not have a headquarter,
Right.
where are they going to go? So we're like, okay, we also want to do events. We want to get people together.
Right.
We want to chat with people about their chapter 2s. That can't happen if we're an online store. So it's pretty much
We also did one thing very nicely, is that wherever we traveled, like maybe it be North India, Delhi, Jaipur, Raipur, I realized that online you can't touch and feel the product, right? Offline, as soon as someone touched a product, felt the quality, they're like, okay, wow, the price points are very good, they're reasonable. And I was like, how can we not have an offline space?
store,
And agreeing to her that we need to build that community out more.
Talking about expansion plans then, starting a flagship store here, are you all planning to move to other metropolitan cities or tapping into tier 2, tier 3 cities? Where's it headed?
So I feel like, again, he's the one who wants to take all the risks and the chances. And so he's like, come on, let's do this. Let's open like 12 stores. Let's open 14 stores. And I feel like, okay, let's just see how this store does.
Right.
And then if we can, of course, let's open.
Okay, but is there any in the pipeline right now?
The goal is that.
The goal is that, and I think in the next 6 months, we'll take it phase by phase. This has to stabilize a little bit first.
All right.
If it was to me, I would just go all out and do like 12, 15 stores this year.
Any cities in mind?
Tier 2 is what we want to target.
Okay.
Ludhiana is a place. We're looking at Raipur, we're looking at Jaipur, we're looking at Northern Belt. And we also want to get into the metros, Delhi, Bangalore. So that's the plan. So we're just trying to phase it out. See, this has just been a week over here.
Right,
So
right. Talking about even the funding, you guys got a funding from the Bianis, which is a big, big move. So can you tell us, go back to the time when you pitched, and how do you go about with the entire thing?
I called them for a podcast just to chat about, I thought I'll get some insights.
Right.
But while we were talking and I started asking for advice from sir, he's like, you can give us free equity. I was like, 1 second, I don't want to give you free equity, I can give you equity.
That's such a smart move.
Yeah. So I think it just happened in the spur of the moment, and it just turned out well, because if it didn't happen, then, बहुत बेइज्जती हो जाती. On my own show, I called someone. And it was really bizarre, because I called up Showik as soon as the funding happened, and I said, hey, guess what? The podcast is over and I got funding. He's like, podcast करने गए थे कि क्या करने गए थे? So I think that sometimes there's just a plan that destiny has for you, and I feel like that just fell into my lap.
What was that one line that you said, like that, made you more confident as an entrepreneur while you were pitching it?
I think I was already confident about my numbers.
Okay.
I think beyond a point for any entrepreneur, how much ever jargon you give and how much ever you talk about your brand, if the brand is not doing revenue, then nobody will invest in you.
Absolutely.
But I knew that our brand is doing revenue, we were profitable, and that's why I was like, okay, I can tell you what I'm offering you is still a steal deal.
Right.
I didn't go for some crazy 4x, 5x, 6x valuation, which is oftentimes what a lot of startup founders do. I want A-list sharks on my table, so I have to give them a good deal.
It is Friday and